Alright guys, it's time for some more Throwback Thursday. Covert and I are going to be playing some Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014 this week. So I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't even gone into my decks to make sure that my builds are right. So that's kind of a bad thing. I'm hoping my builds are all still there. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with Sword of the Samurai here. I'm not gonna use the random function because I found it pretty wonky. Sometimes you could get you could end up getting the same deck twice in a row, and what I really want to do is just pick decks that I remember that I used to like to play. And Covert's going to pick whatever the hell he wants to, and our only caveat, our only restriction here is that we're not going to pick the same deck twice. So if he picks a deck right now, I'm never going to pick that one. And same thing, he won't play Sword of the Samurai against me. So there's no timer here, so we can look at our opening hands a nice bit. But we're on the draw. Got one of each color. Got a 1-drop Devoted Retainer. Got a Path to Exile, the only one in the deck if I remember. Got a 2-drop Hadamoto, and then we got these two 4-drop glories. I'll keep that, and Covert starts with the Forest, so he's probably playing Enchanted Moldaya. That's not a great matchup here. We picked up our 3rd land though, so we'll just stick Devoted Retainer into play. It's a 1/1 Bushido, and I don't even remember what Bushido 1 means. That if it gets into combat with another creature, it gets +1/+1. So I mean, if I just swing at him with it, it hits him for 1. But if I block one of his creatures or he blocks it, then it becomes a 2/2. So we picked up the 4th land, which is pretty solid. I guess we just swing for 1 here. But yeah, Chant is a pretty terrible matchup for this deck. So I'm not too optimistic. But I do have the 2 glories there. So I mean, if I can get a bunch of weenies on the field and buff him up, and perhaps I can get enough damage through. And I do have the Path to Exile for his first big dude, and hopefully I can get in for a bunch of damage. Problem I find with Bushido is that really, like, I want to be hitting them for a lot of damage, and these guys don't do a whole lot of damage on their own. So I'm trying to remember now if Chant had anything. I don't think it was a very tricky type of deck, so I don't think there's anything I really got to fear at instant speed here. I'm just going to go get a Plains and swing for 2. Next turn, drop a Glory. That's why I ran the Glories in the deck. I mean, I can't remember how many I ran. I ran at least 2. Obviously, you can see them here in my hand. But I think we had an option to run up 4. I don't know. I know I didn't run 4. But it might have been 3. It might have been 2. I'm not sure the number I finally settled on. So he's just playing his Oracle. Oracle's a 2/2 for 4 mana. And it lets you play the top card of your library if it's a land card, and it lets you play additional lands. So I mean, every single card that I've drawn has been a land. Is this right? Am I right here? So anyway, just gonna drop this, and swing for 6. He can trade with the Devoted Retainer if he wants to, but he doesn't. He's just gonna take the 6 here and go down to, where's the life total in this game? Oh, it's up there. He's going to go down to 11, so I've got another Glory next turn and a Path. I don't know if he's going to tap out for Primeval Titan here. That was he's got an All His Dust on the top there. Let's look at the top of his library. All His Dust blows up the whole board. So he's swinging at me for 2. Yeah, but that All His Dust. So, Jesus, that means I got a Stone Hewer. So let's see here. I'm swinging for 6. This makes 10, which kind of pisses me off. This makes 10. That'll get him down to 1. So I can't play it, but oh my. I mean, do I go for it and get him to 1, and then come back with a Stone Hewer Giant after, and then kill him with that? I don't know. I don't know what the play is. I'm going to go for it. This is probably a huge mistake, but I just really want to get him down to 1. I mean, he's probably thinking that I'm not looking at the top of his deck. I am. Tangle? Are you seriously tangling me? Oh my god, that's a blowout. That's a tremendous blowout right there. I totally forgot about that card. So yeah, no damage. Yeah, so he's gonna hold on to that All His Dust. He might even just blow it right now and go. Yeah, so he's got 2 land off the top of his deck with the Oracle. So Jesus, Enchanted Moldaya, what a fun deck. So I don't know if he'll blow if he'll blow the All's Dust here, because my creatures don't untap. So he's just going to tap out for a Blockworm. Yep, gain 7 life. Yep. Okay, so yeah. So my plan failed. Plan failed horribly. Got a Lightning Helix is, you know, something, I guess. But yeah, Tangle. Okay, well that was, you know, I'm just sitting here waiting to die, essentially. He picked up an Ivoogan off the top. And he's got another Oracle on top of his library by the look of it. Yeah. So I'm gonna get to untap next turn. What am I on? I'm on 16. The life total is really not in a really, you know, forefront spot. I mean, that's not good English to call it a forefront spot, but you know what I'm saying. So now he's playing Avenger Zendikar. Let me read this. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. He gets a bunch of jump blockers. Just path it, I suppose. You know, he won't get any counters on him, but he's got like infinite jump blockers. So yeah, wow, Tangle. I'm just gonna throw this at his face because I know I'm dead. I can't get through all the tokens, and I got a 7/7 Trampler coming at me. So yeah, let's just swing. I mean, game's over. So let's just accelerate the process. So he's going to block, and you get to see Bushido now, so when it gets into creature combat, it gets a bonus, and when it gets, yeah, so my creatures get +1/+1 against those sexy 0/1 tokens. So I'm just going to let him know that I'm pretty much out of the game here now. I'm going to shoot myself in the face with a Lightning Helix. What does that do? Absolutely nothing, because I deal 3 damage to myself, and I gain 3 life. But, you know, that's me telling him that, you know, I've conceded, essentially, and he's only got 9 power on the board, so I don't know if he's got a pump spell of any kind. I can't even remember if the deck had any. But I'm just not going to do anything from here on out. So yeah, he can't kill me. He got me down to 1. And plays a couple of lands off the top. Explores. Yep. A couple of All's Dust in his hand. Man, that deck was just amazing. There's another land right there. I'm still going to swing. Why not? Just swing. You lose a couple of plant tokens. Yeah, Bushido. Yeah, I need to beat up on those plant tokens pretty bad. There you go, guys. Smack him even harder. Yeah, you show that plant to his boss. Tap out for Stonehewer. Stonehewer's good. You know, you get to search up some equipment and stuff. Once you untap with it, it has Vigilance. You know, the deck had Umi's out with Jite and all sorts of other cool stuff. But I'm just not going to block, because I want to get on to game number 2. Yeah, you know, I had the double glory. I would have got him to 1. He would have blasted all his dust. But Tangle. Totally forgot that Tangle was the thing that he could do, and what a blowout. I mean, a 2 mana blowout, that's what it was. Okay, so let's see, what else have we got in here? I like the Reanimator deck. I like the Enchantress deck. Just hit the table there, hope that there wasn't too much feedback. I like this deck. This deck was horrid. This deck was pretty bad, but I had fun playing it. Guardians, Firewave, Masks, Hunter Strength, Glow Absence, Mind Maze, Dracomancer, Tidewalker's Chant, which I can't pick, Dodge and Burn, Lords of Darkness, Hollow Champions, Sylvan Might. So what do I want to play here? Do I just want to play Reanimator for fun? Yeah, I'll just play this for fun. You know, I got mine stacked up, so basically if I don't get the, you know, the God Hand where I reanimate a huge creature on like the 2nd or 3rd turn, I pretty much, the deck does nothing. But I mean, they put it in there for you to do that, so that's kind of where I wanted to go. So what's my hand? So I've got 4 mana. I've got the Putrid Imp, which is the discard outlet that you need. I've got a Doppelganger, which I can use, you know, to start copying stuff as early as the 4th turn. And I've got 1 big dude, and I'm on the play, so, you know, I'll keep it. I mean, with a free mulligan, maybe I should have gone a bit deeper, but I'm just going to try and see if I can pick up an Exhume or something, and then discard a card and get a Silent Blade. He's playing white. Hopefully he's not playing Absence Glory, because there's 3 Path to Exile on there, which is absolutely... So I got Exhume. Okay. So I'm going to discard the Ani. And swing for 1. Get him down to 19. So he's playing white. Yeah, if it's Absence Glory, I'm going to feel really bad. But let's Let's grab that 6/5 out of the graveyard. So let's have a look at Sonic Blade Ani now. I'll pass the turn over to him. We'll have a look at it. So it's a 6/5. When it deals combat damage to a player, we get to cast his cards without paying the mana cost. And he's playing the Enchanter's deck, which is another great. Wow, he had a pacifism. Okay. All right then. Which doesn't send my stuff to the graveyard. Which means that he's got a great answer to me. Why does he? Why did he have to? Anyways. That's the whole point of this deck is to get that guy out on the second turn like I just did there. He's got the pacifism for it, Good players, they always have the cards that they need, right? They always have them. I should know that. So Enchanter's Arsenal, I really enjoyed that deck, but I don't enjoy it too much when he pacifies my my second turn 6/5. So he's playing a Hidden Gibbons, and what does that do? When he casts an instant, it becomes a 4/4 ape. Okay. And now he's playing a Wall of Blossoms. Okay, so he's got a blocker and he just drew a card. I need to pick up something that I can reanimate here. So Tidespout Tyrant is pretty decent. So I'm going to discard that. Get flying. Right here. Let's go. Question is, do I want to reanimate it right now, lose 8 life, because reanimate you have to lose life equal to its converted mana cost, or do I want to wait until the end of his turn? I'll wait until the end of his turn. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll eat it with the Doppelganger. So what the Doppelganger does, it lets me exile a creature card from a graveyard, and I can copy. So this becomes a Tidespout Tyrant. And then next turn, hopefully I pick up a creature, can discard it, and then when I cast Reanimate, I can bounce the Pacifism. There's some things I can do like that. So we'll see how he taps his mana. What is this Hidden Gibbons? Did I say instant? Whenever an opponent casts an instant spell, yeah, it becomes 4/4. So he's putting down Yavimai Enchantress, which was one of the deck's main win conditions. So it's a 3 mana, I think it's a 2/2 as the base, but it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment on the battlefield. So Living Death. Living Death. What does that do? Exile all creature cards from your graveyard, sacrifice your creatures, and then put your graveyard into play. So, just gonna play land, pass the turn again. Okay, see, the reason I don't want to bring the Tidespout in yet, because I want to be able to cast a spell and bounce that Pacifism. So I kind of want a creature in my graveyard, something that I can target with Reanimate to bounce the Pacifism and go at him with that Ani. So now he's playing a Verdurn Enchantress, I think. Am I right? Yeah, so that's a 0/2 draw card. So he's going to pacify that thing. But, that's okay, I guess. But Tidespout Tyrant doesn't really care about Pacifism because you just need to cast spells and I can bounce those Pacifisms. So he's going to come at me for 5 here now. And I'm actually going to chump block. So that'll give me a way to be able to spend the Reanimate next turn and start bouncing some stuff. So now I'm going to copy the Tidespout Tyrant. No. Going to copy that. That's been exiled from my graveyard, so now I've got a Tidespout Tyrant in my hand. And now I'm going to reanimate the Putrid Imp. And I'm going to bounce the Pacifism on the Ani and get the swings at this turn. So I'll get my Putrid Imp back. Swing for 6. He's going to have to block. I imagine the Wall of Blossoms will just die. Yeah. And I mean, he can just pacify it again next turn and draw a card, so I mean, it's really not that great, but you gotta do what you gotta do here. And he's playing Sterling Grove, drawing a card. Sterling Grove, I think it's some kind of tutor and it gives all your enchantments Shroud or something. Yeah, and now he's playing Shackles on that. So I can't actually bounce his enchantments anymore because they've got Shroud. As you can see there by that crazy little icon. So my Tidespout Tyrant now does nothing. This Pacifism here is shrouded. Can't target it. So now he's swinging at me for 6. Yeah, well I've lost this game. Man, pacifism on turn 2. Yeah, well I mean like I said at the beginning, this deck does that. So I got Runescarred Demon. I can exile. I can just wipe the board with this. I mean I won't get anything back. He'll get a wall of something back. I mean I essentially just going to concede here now. Yeah, but I'll pass the turn. I'll exile his Wall of Omens. Wall of Omens, listen to me, Wall of Blossoms or whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, I'm just dead here. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do here. So he's playing Sigil of the Empty Throne, which is the deck's main win condition. So, you get to put 4/4 angels every time you cast an enchantment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And there's the Enchantress swinging at me for 8. So I guess I, exile his Wall of Blossoms just so he doesn't get it back. I don't know. I mean, I'm dead. Dead to all the shackles, dead to all the pacifism. So yeah, that pretty much sucks. Gas Lord's pretty good, but we're just gonna blow up the board here. See you later. He's got 4 cards in hand. He's gonna be able to trigger that. He's gonna be able to trigger that Sigil and beat me with the 4/4 flyers. So it's all over but the dying. There's another Yavi Maya Enchantress. I think it's like a 6/6 or no, he's a 5/5. Yeah, and Sterling Grove lets him go look for an enchantment too, doesn't it? Yeah, he can go tutor something up, but he probably wants the Shroud on all of his stuff. Okay, well, just dead to that 5/5. I'm not going to block with the Gas Lord here. Not even close. Well, he's probably just going to go search up a pacifism for it anyway, so yeah. But hey, just, when you finally do watch this, I wasn't planning on blocking with my Gas Lord. I was just going to take the 5 and move on to the next game. Face Fitters, yeah, it's a more expensive pacifism, but it'll lock down my guy, and it'll boost his guy to 5, and it'll get me to exactly 0. So we start off with 2 pretty quick losses here. Are we even at the 10-minute mark? And I've lost twice now. We're at 17 minutes. So, but in both games, I was pretty much dead after the first, we'll call it 5 turns, and it's just a matter of him actually finishing me off. So, all right. Well, just give me a second here. I'm going to grab a drink of water and try to pick a deck that can beat him. So, man, pacifism on turn 2. I thought I was doing great with the top decking Exhume there and getting the Solid Blade on the end on the second turn, but enchantment-based removal like pacifism is great against a deck that wants to be filling its own graveyard. So just give me 1 second here. There we go. Now, I gotta pick something that's gonna beat them. How about Elves? Elves are pretty good. Whoops, sorry. Let's pick Elves. Yeah, this deck is pretty straightforward from what I remember. It's just boatload of creatures, and they all have synergy with each other because that's what elves do. So yeah, I think the only non-creature card I ran was one that lets you go dig up creatures. So what do we have here now? We have Draga Warcaller on 1, but I mean that's obviously got multi-kicker. I want to play that later in the game. Elvish Vanguard, which is a strong turn to play. Well-Wisher, this card is pretty insane in the right matchup. And hey, this is the card I was talking about. Lead the Stampede. So you look at the top 5 of your library, and you just take all the creatures, so you can draw up to 5 cards with that, which is it's pretty insane. We're on the draw again, but this hand looks good, so I'm going to keep that. And let's see what he's got. He is playing Soul Warden. What deck is that? Is that Bounce and Boom? Is that the deck with Soul Warden? Can't even remember. So Imperious Perfect is a great card, but it's 3 mana. It gives all your elves +1/+1. So do I play the Warcaller as a 1/1? I don't think so. I'm just gonna pass. Sometimes I would. I think there was a way to bounce the Warcaller. I can't even remember honestly, but I'm gonna play the Vanguard on the second turn, and then go Well-Wisher, I think, or maybe even Imperious Perfect, because I don't know. It depends on how aggro he goes when I decide to play this Well-Wisher. So he doesn't do anything on the second turn. I can't even remember most of what Bounce and Boom was playing. Picked up another war collar, but we're just going to drop a Vanguard here. Just going to drop the Vanguard, and he's going to gain 1 life, obviously, off his Soul Warden. Every time any creature comes into the battlefield, he gains 1 life, so. But whenever we play an elf, this guy gets bigger and bigger. So he's on 3 mana now. He's going to swing. He is going to swing, yeah, and obviously I'm not going to take that trade because Vanguard is worth a bit too much to me. He knows that. And he's just passing again, so what one do I play now? So I got a pair of Well-Wishers. I think I just played the perfect, though. That's what I think I do. So I get the +1/+1 for the elf entering, and I get a static bonus for having him perfect on the field. So he's a 3/3 now. So we get to swing with that. I'm not sure. This deck had a little bit of flash, like there was some white main line, I think it was called. But that's a 2/2 as far as I know. So I don't think I'm walking into an ambush here. No. Okay, so just pass it back. And let's see now. I mean, the deck's called Bounce and Boon, so he's got those flyers that can bounce things. I don't know what else he's going to be playing there. He's still not doing anything, which is kind of strange. So right now, I'm going to cast a Well-Wisher, and that's going to gain him 1 life. It's going to put a counter on my Vanguard, and then I'm going to cast another Well-Wisher, and that's going to gain him 1 life. And put another counter on my Vanguard. So I'm getting this Vanguard pretty big. It's going to be pretty sad when he bounces it. I'm not going to attack with the perfect. I can't remember, what the deck's outs are. If I had a better idea of what was in the deck list, he's going to probably bring it back to his hand. Oh, he's playing Resto Angel, yeah. So he gets to fog the 5, and he gets to blink his Soul Warden so that he doesn't lose it. Okay, yeah, it's a strong play. Restoration Angel, yeah, I love that card. So you can read it there, you get to exile a creature, you flicker it, kind of like a Cloud Shift type of effect. And it's a 3/4 flyer to boot for 4 mana, so I mean it's a pretty solid card. Now I got these 2 guys, so just tap it, gain 1 life for each elf on the battlefield. So that buys me a lot of time. And I've got the multi-kicker here, and I've got a huge draw spell here. So let's see what he comes up with. Trying to remember myself. I mean, Cathar's Crusade was in there. What is he going to pacify the Vanguard? Yeah. What else was in there as a win condition? I can't really remember. So he's coming in the air for 3, which I'm kind of surprised about. But I mean, Timberwatch Elf. Kind of got it. What's the mana cost on this? Just 1 mana. So I can play Timberwatch, and I can use that ability. So I'm going to play Timberwatch here. So that's going to gain him 1 life. It's going to trigger my Vanguard. And then I'm just going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to pass the turn for now. I'm going to start attacking with a Well-Wisher or a token next. So he's playing white main. So that card, you flash it in, enters the battlefield, return it. He's probably just going to bounce the white main line to gain 1 life. Or he may leave it on the battlefield to get his resto back to his hand. I remember I used to flash that thing in and out repeatedly, but never leave it on the battlefield. Yeah, that's what he's doing, just gaining 1 life. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I thought I had to activate that stuff, but I'm not going to do it till the end of his turn. So he's on 24 life himself here now. So that's a bit of life. Now he's tapping out for Solemn Simulacrum, so that's a 4 mana 2/2 artifact. But when it enters the battlefield, he gets to put a land into play tapped, and when it dies, he draws a card. So I mean, it's a strong card. I played it in my deck, and I loved it. So he's up to 5 mana now, and he's not swinging in the air. So I am going to make an Elf Warrior, which enters as a 2/2, triggers my dude, and then I'm going to gain 1 life. I made the Elf obviously before gaining the life because I gain 6 off each one now, so I'm up to 27. And I've got that 2/2 there to start attacking with. And I can buff it with the Timberwatch while he's tapped out. So I'm sure he's going to have 3 war colors. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So first of all, let's just attack with the dude here. He's going to chump block with his Solemn Simulacrum, I imagine. Yeah. So we're just going to buff it with the Timberwatch. Making it 7-7. 8-8? Oh, that's right, he's an elf himself. Yeah, so he draws a card. But I'm going to play Lead Stampede, so see how many creatures we can draw off this. Wow. Just one. Sick. Oh my. Okay, well, what can you do? So I'll keep the mana open to make another elf warrior off of this, and of course I got the two well-wishers. So the deck he's playing did have a Sunblast Angel in it. I think it was only one though. So there is some type of, you know, he does have access to a Wrath effect for all my tapped stuff. Now he's playing Stone. What is this? Target opponent skips. Oh, he's playing that. Oh my god. Are you seriously playing Stonehorn? Oh, this game's gonna last forever. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that. No, I'm not a fan of that at all. So he's ending this turn. I'm gonna make another dude. Wait for it to resolve. And then gain some life. Gain some life. Okay. Yeah, this game is gonna take fucking forever if he's playing Stonehorn Dignitary. Oh my god. I didn't play it in my deck just because I didn't want to troll people with it. No offense, Covert. I mean, you know, if your goal is to win, your goal is to win. But, wow, okay. So I'm going to save this for the cycling for when I actually do get a combat phase. But for now, I'm just going to jam Essence Warden. She's a Soul Warden, you know. Same as his over there. Okay. And, do I kick a Warcaller here now? No, I'm just going to save the mana for the Imperious. Perfect. I don't get to attack. Alright. Stonehorn fucking Dignitary. Oh my god, that's brutal. Oh my. So he's attacking for 3, and I'm at 38, so he's gonna drop me to 35. He's got the White Mane Lion. Yep. Is he gonna bounce the Stonehorn? Yeah, this game's gonna take a million years. He's probably just gonna deck me. You're gonna watch me draw 45 cards and lose. That's how annoying this is gonna be. So here comes Stonehorn again. Okay, here we go. I don't get to attack again next turn. That's excellent. That's fucking excellent. Oh my goodness. Alright, end of turn. Let's make an elf. Actually, I'll do it this way. I will put the life gain on the stack. Put the life gain on the stack. And then put the elf on the stack. That means I don't have to wait. So now that resolves. Then we get a counter. Then we gain a life. Then he gains a life. Then we gain a bunch of life. And then we gain a bunch more life. So yeah, I'm on 56 now. I don't get to attack this turn. I don't know, I'm just going to multi-kick a Duraga Warcaller. And the whole team is 4-4, but I don't get to attack. You know, that triggers his Soul Warden, triggers my Vanguard, triggers my Essence Warden. Moving into second main, past the turn. Oh my god. This is a horrendous matchup. I mean, I don't even know who's favored here. But, you know, just the amount of triggers and the amount of life gain and just the amount of... This game is never going to end. So now he's playing another fucking Stonehorn Dignitary. Are you really doing this to me? Don't ever play this deck. Oh, don't ever play this deck again. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, let's just gain a ton of life. 3 turns in a row now, I don't get a combat phase. Whatever. Who needs combat? It's not how you win when you're playing an elf deck. Just kick a Warcaller. I'm just frustrated now, so I'm just gonna keep kicking Warcallers and flooding the board with elves. Like I said, I think his only sweeper was the Sunblast Angel, and that only destroys tapped creatures, so. Pass it back, we don't get to attack again. How many dignitaries were in that list? I can't even remember. So, he's hitting me for 3 every turn, but he's got me down to 73 life. And now he's playing Emancipation Angel. He's going to pick up a Stonehorn Dignitary. Oh my fucking god. Like, is this real? Oh, and this deck doesn't have any removal. See, like, I can't get rid of him. So he's just going to Stonehorn me. I think I'm just going to, like, I'm at the point where I just want to quit now. This is, you know, if we were playing for fun, yeah, but this is just not something that I want to sit here and make you watch for half an hour. But let's see if I can beat it, I suppose. I don't know. Just wait for that to resolve. I should have done it the same way I did it last turn. Okay, there's an elf. There's some more life gain. There's some more life gain. So yeah, you know, only 43 cards more for me to draw before you see me get decked. Yeah. Okay, look at all the triggers going. I don't get to attack this turn. Let's just multi-kick a Jiraga Warcaller because we can. Yeah, look at all those 9/9 elves. But we can attack for like the 17th turn in a row. Okay. Yeah, who needs combat phases? Alright, so how's he gonna pick it up this turn? So he's gonna get 2 Stonehorn Dignitaries back. I mean, hold on now. Hold on now. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I mean, I just essentially can't interact with him, you know, so I don't know, how does this game end? When he finally runs out of cards? I mean, if he's got that Dust Elemental and he bounces his own Dust Elemental, you know, he's just gonna mill me. So let's find out. Yeah, we're gonna draw because this is gonna go on for ages. Alright, so yeah, we're going to move on to another game because, you know, we could play this out and see who mills who first, but, you know, it's not that great to be watching, so, yeah, let's get out of here and go pick another deck. Well, that was interesting. Okay, so I'll create a free-for-all match. I guess I don't need to make it private. I doubt anyone's going to jump in on me here. And let's invite him back. And let's plan a deck to play. I mean, I did enjoy Lords of Darkness. Dodge and Burn was really strong. Chant was already played tonight, so I'm not gonna play that. Up to Mischief, maybe? I don't know. Dodge and Burn? Actually, I think I can't remember if I had Dodge and Burn set up as, you know, the Wee Dragonauts Kiln Fiend Spellbreather deck, or if I had it set up as the annoying control deck. Will I play Dracomancer? I did enjoy Dracomancer, honestly. I mean, it's not a very good deck, but I enjoy playing it. So yeah, I'll pick that one. Yes, we'll play Dragons. Fuck it, why not? We're in this for fun, and I did enjoy me some Dracomancer. I had mine set up as a strong ramp deck. I had, I think it was Explosive Vegetation and all the Cultivates and all the land fetching, you know, thin out the deck and hope to draw something, but deck wasn't all that strong. So, what do we have here? So, 3 mana, 1 of each color, which is pretty sweet. Dragon Fodder on the 2nd turn, and Cultivate on the 3rd on the play, so yeah, we'll go with this. We will go with this. Now, I'm playing this game now. I remember you used to be able to, each deck had its own art for the lands. You could tell what deck you were against by the artwork on the lands. It was kind of a way you could get some information on your opponent. So, Covert started off with Terramorphic Expanse. Picked up a Maelstrom Pulse, which is good. We're just going to play the Dragon Fodder, which is just a couple of 1/1 tokens. Maelstrom Pulse is just a good removal spell. And yeah, he's going to, I assume, crack that now, yeah. And we'll find out what kind of deck he's after picking this time. It's black in a multi. Are we playing a Dracomancer mirror match? I think we may be. That looks like a John Bland. Yeah, we're playing the old mirror match here. This is hilarious. I'm not going to attack into his though because I do have the Broodmother, and since the tokens have Devour, I kind of want to keep the I kind of want to keep the tokens lying around. So Broodmother has triple red in her cost. I had some spells in the deck. I think Spellbreaker's in here. He needs double green. But since I have the Broodmother, I'm going to cultivate for red just so I can cast it if I draw another land. So let's cultivate for red, and let's not attack because I would like to devour those things to make my Broodmother tokens bigger. So we each hit we each got all of our colors. He had an Expanse to get his. I just got lucky and drew mine. But either way, the mana's good. He's not attacking either. I don't know if he's got a similar thing going on. Okay, another cultivate. This is good. So we'll put the red mana into play. I'm going to put a forest on the battlefield and grab a swamp. And yep. Okay. And also, with all this ramp, I mean, the Banefire could just close the game. So I'm just still not going to attack. End of turn? Like this deck has end of turn stuff? Oh, land cycling. That's right. Yeah, I didn't run those in my deck, but they're fine cards. Get you. One of the problems with this deck was the mana, so cyclers are decent, and I mean 5-power haste on a Igneous Bouncer wasn't the worst thing in the world. Now he's playing the Archwing Dragon. Yeah. Okay, so it's just a 4/4 flyer with haste. It swings in, but then he has to pick it up at the end of his turn, so he has to cast it every single turn, which is pretty good against Karthus because I can never take control of it. So, Karthus is a bit of a bomb here. So I'm actually going to go get another red mana because I think there's an enchantment in here that needs a ton of red mana to make a bunch of dragons. So I'm going to go get that and put out a Broodmother, which was one of the few bombs in this deck because she spits out Devour tokens every upkeep, I believe. Like I think it's even on his upkeep at the beginning of each upkeep. Yeah. So I get a dragon. So I'm going to make it a 3/3 flyer by eating one of these guys. And I get to do the same thing next turn. So, okay, let's see what kind of response Covert has here. He's tapping out for the Archwing Dragon again. I'm just gonna get in for 4. I'm just gonna take it. So that means he doesn't really have much else going on in his hand. Okay. So, I'm just gonna take it. I mean, the Karthus here will that win me? It won't win me the game, no. It won't win me the game. But it'll come really fucking close to winning me the game. So I'm just gonna eat that. So right now I've got ooh. Bloodbraid. Haste Cascade. Oh god. So if I were to cast this for 7 mana, all my dragons would have haste. So I'd get to attack for 17 right here and get him to 3. But if he had a Karthus of his own, well, so I'm gonna Bloodbraid here. Because Cascade is pretty good. That's how I want to tap. Yeah. Haste Cascade. What do we get? It is a Cultivate. Yeah, I'll Cultivate. Why not strip 2 lands out of the deck for free? I guess red and green. So, I mean, he'll probably double block. I don't want to Maelstrom Pulse his Goblin tokens. That just feels like a waste of a card. So he'll probably double block the I can't even say Bloodbraid. Okay, there we go. Or is he single? Yeah, he's double blocking. So he's taking 7. So now I got the Karthus in hand, but I also got the Banefire, which is for 9 next turn. So just gonna pass and see if he puts down a dragon. I get this, but I'm not gonna eat anything because I like my 3/3s and my 4/4. And he taps out for Dragonlure Spider, which is actually pretty good. Except I have the Maelstrom Pulse here, and I have 10 mana, so I can still cast Karthus and Pulse it. So, I'm going to eat this token here. That'll give me a 3/3. Don't need the Borderland Ranger anymore. So just make sure that I have one of each color left open, so I'll Pulse that. He gets a Spider of some kind or something, or a little Sapperling, but it doesn't matter, it's on the ground. And then I get to jam Karthus and win the game. So yeah. HT flying, dragons over the top. So I had a pretty good hand, I mean, I ramped and I hit the Broodmother, which is, again, the Broodmother, if you can't answer it, is the biggest bomb in the deck, so. We're at 39 minutes here already. So I guess we'll cut it there, and we'll see you next week for some more, I guess we'll play Duels 2014 again next week. So Covert beat me pretty handily in the first 2 games. We had a draw, and then I won the mirror. So you know, I mean, the games are pretty good. I found, you know, we're having some pretty good games here. Except for that dignitary lock, though. I mean, I'm glad we got out of that, because I mean, you know, just shagging around with your buddy is fine to sit down there and do that for 45 minutes, but I'm sure that nobody really wants to watch it. So, all right, well, you know, thanks for watching the games, and we'll see you next Thursday for some more Duels of Planeswalkers 2014.